love the golden kiwis so much better than the green ones, because the green ones are so sour. It's kind of like, at least this one's a sweet spinach and banana and almond milk. Using the same just finished a bunch of tasks on my to-do list, and I thought I'll just sit down and do a quick chit chat on a topic that is the wedding photography video related. How we decide what we want to shoot on a wedding day, and like how do we go about it. Different photographers or videographers will have a different approach to the way they want to capture the images, and I think like this is a conversation that might not really happen when we meet our clients or our couples, so I thought a video would be the best way to kind of talk about it. First thing is, I know Ken and I, we are like super greedy for moments. We love to capture good moments. It's almost like the feeling of missing a moment to us feels a bit like,
it's going to be Pogba! Lloris stranded.
Thing is, sometimes we do miss moments, although we try our best not to. Just because, you know, maybe you're checking something on your gear, you're adjusting something, you are, looking at your camera, or every time you choose to shoot something or choose to focus on something, you are also not focusing on many other things. So throughout the wedding day, there are a lot of things happening, and it's up to us which moment we want to prioritize, which moment we feel is more important, so-called, or more crucial to the storytelling or to the day itself, and that is what we're going to put our focus on. And I think we really love to capture like those moments that look very natural, but like, think of it as a National Geographic photographer capturing wildlife. You see all these amazing photos, and then you wonder like, how long or how did they get this shot? And how they got this shot was that they literally followed this family of lions or family of elephants for a week, and they managed to get this one amazing shot of the elephant and doing something cute or yawning. Human beings are kind of like that too. That's how we get our shots. Sometimes we anticipate a moment. We kind of read the moment or read the body language, and we think that, okay, this is going to happen now. It's going to happen in a few moments. Let's wait for it. So we set our camera lighting and our composition, and we just wait for the moment to happen. And sometimes we have to keep working it, so we keep following people around or certain people that we need to capture, and we keep trying different angles, trying different moments, waiting for the moment, trying to capture it, and then we check if we got like the shot that we want. And sometimes you have to make sacrifices because you are in preparation of something even more important, or like something that you really don't want to miss. So sometimes we're preparing for a walk-in, and walk-ins are usually one of the highlights of a wedding. Either it's the bride and the groom, or the bride and the father walking down the aisle, so we really want to be prepared for that. We usually have to put our setting, because the lighting for the center of attraction, which is the bride and groom or the bride and father, is usually very different. Like the lighting setting is very different from what's going on around us. Sometimes we want to be very prepared. We don't want to be fumbling with our settings when the walk-in is happening. So we make a decision that we are going to sacrifice certain moments that are happening before the walk-in, because we need to be prepared for this really big moment. So I think in terms of photography and videography, we are always constantly making a choice or a decision on what to capture and what to sacrifice. Oftentimes we always like gravitate towards the same thing, because we are like constantly on the lookout and seeing who is moving to what, seeing who is interacting with what, and when we see a good moment, we are both like bees to honey, and then we're like, share, we're always trying to make sure the other person can also get the shot that they want. I think the good thing about us working as a pair, even though we don't have any problems working with other videographers and other photographers, is that we both have the same vision. So it's a lot easier to work together, and it's a lot easier to synchronize our movements, and we also know what the other person will want to capture, so we know how to give space for that. Sometimes when you work with a different vendor, you don't know them too well because you don't really work with them that often, so you try your best to not get in each other's way, but you also don't really know in their mind what they're thinking, what are they trying to capture, so you cannot really preempt the moment. Yeah, so I think that's just something very interesting that I just wanted to chat about. Like, a lot of decision making is actually going on in our minds, quite like a CPU. That's why sometimes at the end of the day we are so like burnt, like our brains are literally on fire because there are just so many urgent decisions to make. Yeah, so I hope this is an interesting little insight into the way our brains work on a wedding day, and how we decide to capture what we want to capture. Yeah, now I think I'm gonna go back to picking out pictures from one of our December weddings and have a late dinner. I think I'm not hungry at all. Vegetarian spread. Let's see. It's in there. And all the pouches. My flesh. Okay, so bag is packed. Right now I'm just gonna finalize my outfit. So usually I think about the day, what's it gonna be like. Tomorrow is gonna be quite an indoor day in the hotel, quite a bit. So I'm gonna wear something a little bit warmer, a slightly thicker sweater. This one is from Zara. Tomorrow is gonna be a really early start. I hope I remember to vlog a little bit whenever I can find the time, but otherwise I might see you at the end of the day. So, good night. After the wedding, eating this seafood fried rice. It's so good.
Yeah, have fun.
See, I don't eat nuts, but these nuts, wow.
I don't.
Oh, look.